Everybody, Mike Spillman here. Just getting with you. Want to share a few thoughts as we just, get off of from a few days ago the results of the 2024, actually getting ready for 2025 presidential election in which Donald J. Trump won by a landslide. Now, I'm not here to project one thing or the other, one side or the other, but just some things that we have all observed since the decision was made and announced. Okay, so one side, you may be very, very, very happy. The other side, you may be very, very, very sad. Now let's understand this. Not everybody falls into either one of those categories. There are a lot of people, for those who voted for Trump, that are happy, but they're not going around rubbing it in and doing crazy things. In the same way, there are a lot of people that voted for Harris that aren't on TikTok and different places hollering and screaming and crying, right? They understand and they adjust and they move on. So it's as you look at this, what do you do in general when things don't go the way that you want them to go? We all have a choice. There's a little quote that I came up with. My goodness, I couldn't even tell you how long ago it was. This is how far back it goes. I don't know how many of you can remember this. Back when Facebook, they used to have what they called buttons that you could make. You could make a button and you could have a collection of buttons. It was just a unique way that you could put up a graphic. I guess you could, if I remember right, but I know I did a quote and basically, and it may not be exactly right, but basically what it said was this: every decision requires a choice. Every choice is a decision. Okay. So, what do you do when things don't go your way? How do you react with other people when things do go your way, or even when they don't go your way? Those who voted for Trump, again, can be insufferable. They could be, just again taunting and doing everything they can to just again rub people's face in it. That doesn't accomplish anything. And honestly, on the other side, if you voted for Harris and she lost, wailing and crying, what does that actually accomplish? Blaming, doing the blame game and blaming all of the reasons why, and maybe not actually looking at the true reasons why. That's human nature, right? That doesn't really accomplish anything either. Now, here's what I want to do as I talk about this very quickly is I just want to tie this in and relate this to the marriage relationship, because this is what I do. I'm a relationship coach, and my mission is called Mission 100, is to help save 100 marriages from divorce by the end of 2025. So recently, and I'm probably going to try to find the link to the Facebook post that I did, and I'm going to try to put that down below. I did a Facebook post about a week or so ago about Dave Ramsey talking about there's 5 things, and I don't have all 5 of them in front of me right now. 5 things that couples should agree on, spend time talking about and agree on before they ever say I do, before the big day. And one of the things I talked about is, yeah, those are all good, and we need to be talking about those. We need to come into an agreement on those. But here is the truth on that as well: is we are making agreements on things that we really don't have the reality to go with it. One of those things, for example, is kids. That is definitely something we need to be discussing before we say I do. But if you've never had kids, what you think, right, many times is far from the reality of what is. Money. You need to discuss money, absolutely. But what we discuss many times is not reality, especially when you come upon a time, and lots of times it is early on, when there is a big lack of money. Or maybe you come into an overabundance of money. How are you going to handle that? So in the same way, here is a simple fact. Listen to me right here. In any relationship, but I'm specifically talking about the marriage relationship, there are going to be good times and there are going to be bad times. It's not a if, it's not a possibility, it is a promise. There will be. Why? Because we are humans and we have those times. Just like everything else, just like politically, anything else, things go in a cycle. And there are going to be times when everything is good. the money's flowing, our relationship is good, and there are going to be times that the money stops flowing. And maybe because of that, then other things kind of turn negative as well. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? When things are going good, yes, celebrate. Absolutely celebrate, but have the mindset and understand that you need to also be preparing for the other side of that. When things are bad, when things are not the way that you want it, when your spouse is not the person that you thought that you married, or they weren't the same person that they were, when you first married, for one, honestly, you kind of hope they don't stay the same person. Let's say it's been 10 years. Hopefully they're not the same person they were 10 years ago. But let's say, it's a difficult time. It's a hard time. What are you going to do? Are you going to play the blame game? Are you going to blame the other person for everything that's wrong? Understand that person probably does have some faults in it, but understand so do you. I've rarely, if ever, come across a situation where couples were having issues that it was one side. Rarely, if ever. So you're going to play the blame game, or are you going to say, okay, look, we need to sit down and figure out what is our game plan? What is our next step? And that may be just financially, maybe things like that, but also it may be relational. We need to stop what's going on, and we need to sit down and we need to visit with each other and decide, what are we going to do? Every decision requires a choice. Every choice is a decision. Because the good times are going to come back. And then after that, there'll be some more tough times. But you learn to grow together. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Just like that big election. There's going to be another election in 4 years for the president. There's going to be people on both sides. There's going to be people that's going to be happy and celebratory over what happens. And there's going to be people that aren't going to be happy. That's just the fact of life. But we do have more control over our relationships. Yes, we can cast a vote in the election, but we cast a much more intimate vote every day in our relationships. Hey, listen, if you'd like to talk, like I said, that's my goal, is to work with couples to help save marriages. If you'd like to just check with me and say, hey, man, what is this about? Here's my situation. What do you think? You can send me an email. That's my email above my head, right? I've got a duck, Mike@futureuniversity.com. It'll be down below in the description as well. Check out that video. I'm just saying I should be able to post the link down below that I was referring to. Get in touch with me. I'll set up a time with you if you'd like to. We'll just talk for a few minutes and just kind of see what's what. If you'd like to just, again, find out more about this Mission 100 and what it's all about. But here's the thing. We all have the ability to take care of what's going on around us, whether it's good, whether it's bad. That's called, being an adult, learning, growing, and especially as a couple together. So whatever you do today, have a blessed day by being a blessing in somebody's day. And if you're married, be a blessing in your partner's day today, if at all possible. Reach out. Let me know. Happy to get with you. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Until next time, see you later. Bye. Now I got to find, this all thing has changed on my computer as far as recording and all that kind of stuff. Again, changes, right? So I got to find where to turn this recording off. There it is, I believe. Take care. See you.